Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I mean, we got to talk about this. Oh man, I dropped the link. It's in the live chat, people. The link is in the live chat. If you'd like to come on to the show and discuss this late breaking, developing story. Spurs and how you doing? If you ask me, I'm doing fine. So fine. Oh my goodness. What a game. What a game. It was a beautiful game, actually. Game of ups and downs, game of swings and runs and all those kind of things. It was great. It was a fun game to watch. By the way, let me get a one, some kind of a number. Somebody drop me a number. Let me know that you can hear me okay. No static, no feedback, no audio problems. Let me know, please, so I can proceed to give you what you need. Let me know that you guys can hear me okay. And then I can go ahead and progress through my little soliloquy. If you guys can hear me okay there in the live chat. It says, all right, I can hear you fine. Thank you, Razor. Appreciate you. Okay, all right. I want to do some shout outs for those of you that are here in the live chat. Shout out to Micah. Salute, Micah. Appreciate you being here today after the Lakers' demoralizing loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minnesota, a game that the Lakers should have won, could have won, found a way to lose. Razor said, I'm glad the Wolves won. I bet it was like a birthday gift that the Lakers lost. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Fun game, best outcome. Absolutely. The StreamYard link is in the live chat if you guys want to call in the show and hang out and discuss the game and any games from the playoffs, really. Whatever you guys want to discuss, all things the association. WTF happened to the Lakers? Two things happened to the Lakers. Defense got exposed. Fraudulent heroes got exposed. Fake heroes. And fake ass coaches got exposed. Yes. And I stand by it. The Lakers are exactly who we thought they were. Anybody with an analytical eye, anybody who watched the games during the season and saw their roller coaster of a ride season in which sometimes they looked good, namely January and February. And then outside of that, they were not good, right? They were beating awful teams. They were beating injured teams. And here we are. It all comes to a T. Spurs, and it's good to see you. Appreciate you for being here. I sure did enjoy that T-Wolves win. Absolutely. I did too. Appreciate you being here, Razor. Shout out to you. ESPN still wants to see Lakers versus Cavs in the finals. Cavs in the finals, phenomenal. Lakers in the finals, hell to the no. Hell to the no. Not happening. The coach isn't good enough. The defense isn't good enough. You know, look, I pour it on LeBron sometimes because I think he, it's just, he deserves a lot of what gets thrown at him. You know what I mean? I think he's got a big mouth that runs like hot water. I don't like the way he tries to manipulate the media and control the narratives within the media, make up stuff and like pretend like things happened the way they did and they didn't. I don't like that stuff. But in terms of the game, he was doing pretty good up until the fourth quarter. And then I have no idea what happened offensively. Defensively, he actually made plays. So like if you guys want to talk game, I mean, this is definitely a discussion worth having. All right, so let's talk game, right? And again, the link is in the live chat if you guys want to come on the show and talk the game. But here's what I saw, and here's some important items that we should discuss. All right, so the series now 3-1. The Lakers will go back to LA looking to just chip away at this 3-1 lead, right? Or they're 3-1 deficit to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers came out playing just fine. Scored lots of points. The Wolves played fine too. They were able to get their points. In the second quarter, the Timberwolves were kind of a little bit better offensively. The third quarter, the Lakers played phenomenal. But I said this on the live stream earlier. You cannot have one good quarter in a game and think you are going to beat a team that is as mentally tough and physically tough as the Minnesota Timberwolves. And they have a bona fide superstar in Anthony Edwards. And his supporting cast is perfect to complement him. Naz Reid was fantastic in the final frame. Dante DiVincenzo, fantastic in the crucial moments of the game. Jaden McDaniels, in my opinion, him and Anthony Edwards are the best two players in the series. I give Amp the edge just because he was that incredible today. But prior to tonight's game, I would have given it to Jaden McDaniels. And shout out to the guy, Mike Conley Jr., like 38 years old and still serviceable, logging huge minutes tonight. Look at these minutes. Look at these minutes here. Watch this. Julius Randle has emerged as a playoff player now. Like, you can't sleep on him. Now you've seen him come through. He's having a great series. 25 points tonight, 43 minutes of action. Jaden McDaniels, 16 points, 11 rebounds in 38 minutes. Anthony Edwards played 44 minutes, got you 43 points. When you needed him, he was there. When you needed buckets, when you needed points, he provided. A bona fide superstar, making a name for himself in the playoffs on the biggest stage against the best teams and the best players. Mike Conley Jr., 25 minutes, logging huge minutes, not scoring much. Got the other guys for that, but just being there and making defensive plays, getting the ball where it needs to go, running the offense. A difference maker. Dante DiVincenzo, when he's beckoned upon, comes through. Naz Reid, in the crucial moments of games, coming through. These guys are too much for the Lakers because the Lakers lack dimensions. The Lakers lack layers in the most important times of the game. They fall into the same trap every time. The same thing every time. You look at these box scores from the Lakers and you'll say, oh, look, you got some good performances. LeBron got you 27, but nothing in the fourth quarter. He played 46 minutes. Do you know how impressive it is that LeBron played that many minutes? Was able to give you 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. A damn near triple-double, damn near played the whole game. Whose fault that LeBron gassed out in the fourth quarter? It ain't LeBron's fault. That is the coach who is to blame for LeBron playing 46 minutes. LeBron should not have played 46 minutes. He should have had some conservation of energy throughout some points of the game where he comes out, gets a little bit of rest, so he could have something to give you in the fourth quarter. But JJ Redick can't make that kind of call. JJ Redick couldn't think about that. So desperate to try to win this game that he poorly executed the minutes management of LeBron James. Rui Hachimura got you 23 in 41 minutes. That's way more than enough. Jackson Hayes barely played. I saw him come out in the first quarter, never came back in. JJ Redick. Luka Doncic was masterful. Looked unstoppable at points. 38 points. 1 rebound, 2 assists, though? Where's the offensive dimensions? He wasn't looking to get the ball moved across. Right? Making the assist, right? He was taking tough shots. Making them, but taking tough shots. Austin Reeves hit some big shots in moments. I mean, he's a nice player. Don't get me wrong, but he can't be, what Luka is. You have to have realistic expectations. Austin Reeves is a third option. You're in good shape. I actually think he needs to be your second offensive option, which is why I think we have a bit of a problem here. I just want you guys to look at this. Look at these rotations from Mr. Mind the Game podcast, JJ Reddick. Jared Vanderbilt, 7 minutes, 0 points. Jordan Goodwin, 7 minutes, 0 points. Gabe Vincent, 13 minutes, 0 points. Dorian Finney-Smith, 6 points in 41 minutes of action. They don't have offensive layers. They don't have offensive dimensions. When they need to score points at the end of games, they fall into the trap. Hero ball. LeBron, get us a bucket at the rim. Austin Reeves, create off the dribble, please. Score on your own. Luka, take a hard shot and make a hard shot. Isolation, fake screens that end up with switches, which don't help the Lakers because the Timberwolves can switch everything. You know, the Minnesota Timberwolves had a wonderful game plan. Incredible. And the coach, Chris Finch, nailed it. Who did you see in at the end of the games? The guys that could switch everything. That if Luka was forcing a switch or LeBron was forcing a switch, the person switching onto them could still defend. It didn't make a difference which isolation you got or which switch you got or if it was going to be LeBron or Luka. It was going to be a hard, challenged, difficult shot. And they ran out of scoring opportunities. And the Minnesota Timberwolves are just better at executing their offense. And they're just better at moving the ball. And their guys just play better as a unit. Look, I want you guys to look at this. The Lakers shot better from overall in their field goal percentage. The Lakers shot better from three. The Lakers shot better from the free throw line. But what they can't do is they can't rebound better than the Timberwolves. Rebounds lead to extra possessions. Defensive rebounds solidifies a full defensive stop. Offensive rebounds get you easy second chance opportunities. Extra possessions. Count them. You have 10 extra possessions compared to the Lakers. And the Timberwolves went to the free throw line more too. Turnovers? It was close. This game was won on the glass. This game was won because of rebounding. This game was won on effort in crucial moments, execution in crucial moments. Mind the Game podcast, JJ Reddick could not bring the Lakers to a victory. Mind the Game podcast, JJ Reddick, who they fired Darvin Ham for this guy. Didn't take LeBron out to give him any rest. A 40-year-old aged former star. 46 minutes of action against one of the best defensive teams in the league. 46 minutes? You couldn't find 5 minutes of rest for LeBron anywhere in this game. You couldn't give him 2 minutes a quarter? 2 minutes. Really? You couldn't stick to your guns and run your offense like you were for the first 3 quarters. You bailed on that and decided to play hero ball. Are you serious? Turn your back on everything that was working. Really? So you could play hero ball through Luka Doncic or hero ball through LeBron James. A 40-year-old, 46 minutes played, aged player. That was your solution to the game. That was going to be how you were going to win, by playing LeBron 46 minutes against the Minnesota Timberwolves, where every single player has their youth outside of Mike Conley Jr. Go ahead. How old is Julius Randle? How old is Nas Reed? How old is Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, even Rudy Gobert? Check their ages. The guys who logged the most minutes, Dante DiVincenzo. These are young players with youth on their side. They can play 48 minutes, 46 minutes, 45 minutes. LeBron's playing 46 minutes. JJ, Mind the Game podcast. Mr. Socrates, the basketball player whisperer, who bailed on his offensive game plan of moving the ball that was giving them results. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. Lakers home in 5. Yes, Lakers will be home in 5. Micah said, LeBron said, screw it. If he's going to play defense, probably too afraid to shoot without legs. I mean, JJ could have gave the starters a couple minutes rest. Absolutely. If you find some rest for LeBron, maybe he is useful to you offensively in the fourth quarter. How many offensive plays you saw where the Lakers just didn't execute anything in the fourth quarter? Empty trips down the floor. I understand if the team has some challenges, but man, you couldn't play DK, Gabe, Vando. Look at those minutes logged. Mind the Game podcast. Mind the Game podcast. Jared Vanderbilt, 7 minutes. Arguably your best perimeter defender, right? Inside, outside, prototypical, wing defender. 7 minutes. Jackson Hayes can give you some interior presence. 4 minutes. Rui's a decent player. I'm not trying to disrespect Rui, but LeBron James is flat-footed. Luka Doncic is flat-footed. Austin Reeves is not a good defender. I get it. He's a little younger than those guys, but he's not a good defender. Dorian Finney-Smith, he's an all right defender, but every single guy not named Mike Conley Jr. is a better athlete than Dorian Finney-Smith and is going to cook him. What up, Razor? You can't say JJ Reddick couldn't give LeBron 2 minutes. The media and players has talked about his longevity, so there's no reason for LeBron to be tired. Look, I get it, man. Everybody's really hard on LeBron. There's a lot of venom to go towards LeBron. He deserves it. He's got a big mouth. His mouth runs like hot water. He's on the Mind the Game podcast. He goes on to, what's that guy's show? Pat McAfee. He's got all this messaging that goes through Rich Paul, and these guys do all these shows. I get it. Everybody's got smoke for LeBron. But I'm talking about the game right now. You can't play LeBron for 46 minutes. He's 40 years old. Anybody with a half a brain, any coach with logic and reasoning and common sense knows you can't play a 40-year-old player for 46 minutes and you're going to get anything out of him at the end of the game. No way in hell. That is a fool's assumption that he's going to give you anything in the fourth quarter. 2-3 years ago, he was gassing out in the fourth quarter. He was 37 gassing out in the fourth quarter. He was 38 gassing out in the fourth quarter. You don't remember when they got swept by the Denver Nuggets, when LeBron was failing at the end of games with opportunities to win the games. No legs, no juice, nothing. So putting all of that aside, Razor, I get it. Everybody's got smoke and venom for LeBron and his people and the media manipulation and the narratives. But as a basketball coach, JJ Reddick, WTF to that? What are you doing? Mind the game. The Socrates of basketball. The greatest coach to never coach before. What were you thinking? Micah, I'm with you. I think it's about being realistic. He's 40 years old. What the hell are you doing? How couldn't you have found more time for Vando, Goodwin, or Gabe Vincent just to soak up a few minutes? It is absurd to think that he was going to play 46 minutes and offer you anything offensively when the guys on the other side, the Minnesota Timberwolves, are youthful and very, very good defenders. They like to pour honey for LeBron, but we know the truth. Absolutely. And see, that's the thing. In my opinion, playing 46 minutes, LeBron overachieved. He gave you more than what he probably should have. But Mr. Mind the Game podcast, JJ Reddick, couldn't stop going to the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't stop going to that well until it went dry. This loss, I know a lot of people are going to blame LeBron because they're going to say he wasn't scoring in the fourth quarter and all those kind of things. LeBron made some nice defensive plays. LeBron was in the game. He had the Lakers in a position to win the game. This loss is on JJ Reddick. This loss is vindication for Mr. Darvin Ham, who was fired and replaced by this absolute bum. Mind the Game podcast got him a job coaching an NBA team, the LA Lakers, where he choked away an opportunity to even the series. Game 5 in LA, series tied 2-2. Instead, Game 5 in LA with the Lakers down 3-1. And what are the odds of the Lakers finding a way to not only win Game 5, but then go to Minnesota, win Game 6, or win in a Game 7 with a 40-year-old LeBron James and a 40-year-old, 25-year-old Luka Doncic? Your two best players struggle to finish games, and you're playing them 46 minutes. Let's not pretend like Luka is so conditioned. Let's not pretend like he's this incredible athlete that can persevere and have the conditioning and the stamina to finish long, extended, difficult physical games. He fell down at one point in the game for no reason, stumbled on his own feet because he couldn't land on his feet. JJ Reddick and his inability to manage their minutes led to this loss. Micah says, if I'm LeBron and Luka, I'm telling JJ or the staff, I'm not playing that many minutes again. Even if it results in an L, you run the risk of injury playing that much. So in the grand scheme of things, Micah, what you're saying is not wrong, but there's no tomorrow. This is the playoffs. JJ Reddick was so desperate, felt so insecure about the situation of the position the Lakers was in. He was trying to literally do whatever it took to win. He violated logic and reasoning. He violated the common sense of 40-year-olds can't play 46 minutes. It doesn't matter if they're LeBron or whoever whatever, the greatest of all time when it comes to longevity. It doesn't, all those things are out the window. I'm not blaming LaFunky draws. He was playing defense. Yeah, he could have shot, but we also kill this dude when he does shoot. JJ sold this game. I'm telling you, JJ is culpable for this game. I blame him much more than I blame LeBron. LeBron was trying to do his job. LeBron was trying to will his team to a victory. He was making huge defensive plays, trying to keep his team in the game. And then what did that lead to? Him being gassed out. Him being unable to contribute offensively. And the offensive system for the Lakers out the window because they just settle for those stupid isolations playing hero ball. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Timberwolves have an absolute star player in Anthony Edwards. And you got all types of contributions from Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle and all these other guys. But they want to play iso ball and hero ball. Spurzan, I remember. Actually, to be honest with you about Luka, not only was he gassed, but he was an emotional mess. People forget the technical fouls. They forget about him fouling out when the refs were trying not to call him for fouls. He self-imploded in the finals. And yes, he was physically gassed, absolutely. So I agree. I agree. I do think it's JJ's fault. Razor says, I get it. He's 40, but at the same time, the Lakers backed themselves into a corner. They got no depth or bench. Razor, the Lakers have a bench. It's not great, but it's serviceable. They just don't use it. The Lakers have players that can make plays. They just don't use them. They were using them at parts of the game, and if you notice, that's when the Lakers are winning and they're stretching their lead. They bailed on ball movement, fell into hero ball, that mindset of isolation, and then they lost the game. They're actually like Gabe Vincent's not a bad player. Dorian Finney-Smith can be serviceable. Rui Hachimura is a good player. These guys can actually play. Vanderbilt can defend. Why did he only play 7 minutes? He's your best defender. How did you not find 15 minutes for him? How? And LeBron for 46? Micah says, I personally think he messed up the locker room a bit by alienating the bench. I haven't heard that before. I never heard that anybody accusing him of alienating the bench, but I can clearly see that he doesn't know how to utilize his bench. At least he doesn't have conviction in what he's doing. I don't think he makes the best in-game decisions. I think that Scotty Brooks, Nate McMillan do a lot for him in preparing for games. I think JJ's final decisions in the games is what's costing them in this series. Guys, there is so little room for error when it comes to the NBA playoffs. Chris Finch is running circles around JJ Reddick. Chris Finch is JJ Reddick's daddy. Every time Chris Finch did something, it worked. Every time JJ tried to respond to that adjustment, it failed. The Lakers won one game, and then all of a sudden, everybody was talking about how the Lakers in 5. Well, what the hell are you going to say now? What you going to say now? Micah said, Razor, I don't really think the Lakers bench is that bad, but the staff don't really have anything for them. We saw today by not playing them. There were moments where they were actually contributing. Like the supplemental guys made plays and then they were removed from the plan. They deviated from what was working. When you move away from what works, you deserve to lose. I agree, Micah. They deserve to lose. This is on him. This guy on the screen. And you know who put him here? And this is why LeBron's responsible for this early exit when they lose game 5. LeBron put this guy there. LeBron fired Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham went to the Western Conference Finals in his first year and lost to the NBA champion Denver Nuggets. This guy's getting bounced out of the first round to the 6th seed when they finished in the 3rd seed. Lakers in 5. Yeah, home in 5. Spurzan said JJ wasn't a good player. Why? He could be a great coach. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he was a pretty good shooter. I don't really remember him being a good defender. I don't really remember him being able to do anything on his own. It was mostly hanging out at certain spots waiting for the pass. So, mind the game podcast, you know. Shannon led the hype train for that, but when he went down, the Lakers went down. Oh, damn. Yeah, he's in a lot of shit, isn't he? Let's hope the Lakers can make the necessary adjustments for next game because it's a must-win. Today was a must-win, Razor, in my opinion. Today was a must-win. And the reason why I say today was a must-win is how many times have we seen teams come back down 3-1? NBA playoffs, down 3-1. List of teams that have overcome 3-1 deficits. How many times has this happened? And I just want to do the NBA. The 1968 Eastern Division Finals. The 1970 Western Division Semifinals. The 79 Eastern Conference Finals. The 81 Eastern Conference Finals. The 95 Western Conference Semifinals. Shout out to Hakeem. It's like very, very uncommon. There's way more unsuccessful comebacks. So, no, I don't like their chances. There have been 13 situations where teams have overcome 3-1 deficits. The NBA and just like the ABA, whatever, these National Basketball Association, whatever. We're talking going back to the 1960s, 1950s. It's happened 13 times. Is 40-year-old LeBron James going to do it? Is Luka going to do it? You know, like what is the team all of a sudden going to decide, you know what, we're going to defend for 48 minutes? I doubt it, seriously. JJ Reddick is all of a sudden going to learn how to coach. I doubt it, seriously. Micah, look, the Lakers could win game 5 and then lose game 6. It's the same outcome, right? If they don't win the series, right? Now, if they lose game 5, I guess it's more embarrassing. Maybe that's what you mean. I don't know. Lakers losing will be like losing the finals. The Lakers traditionally only care about NBA finals. That's all they care about is winning championships. So this would be an embarrassment. You're the 3rd seed playing against the 6th seed. You were heavily favorited in the series and you lost in 5. That's what it would be, right? You know, LeBron put him there because he started minding the game this season with Nash. He said he's not responsible for Nash potentially getting a job again. Of course not. Mind the game. There's going to be even more pressure on the Lakers because they are down 1-3. Of course. Link is in the live chat if you guys are going to call in to talk. Choke job by JJ Reddick. LeBron not being able to score in the 4th quarter. Exhausted, barely breathing. Luka. I mean, when you wake up and see 3-1 on the TV, that sucks the confidence out of you. You have to have a Kobe-like mindset to persevere, and even then, may not be enough. Yeah, it's just unrealistic. It's happened 13 times in the last 80 years. 13 times in 80 years. Right? What's up, Doc? Garbage team? I don't know if they're garbage. I think their coach is extremely overrated. Extremely overrated. JJ Reddick is not better than Darvin Ham. JJ Reddick is nothing special as a coach. He's just a regular dude. He's getting absolutely exposed in the series against Chris Finch. He's getting played game in and game out. Telling you, man, Luka. Telling you. Puffing the hookah. LeBron is no spring chicken. He's 40 years old. And JJ was playing him 46 minutes. 46 minutes. Yo. Whose idea was to play him 46 minutes? Who said at the start of this game, we're playing LeBron 46 minutes? This guy, He did. Crazy. I think the Williams trade falling apart hurt the Lakers. Sure, it would have given them some big depth, right? But they're not even using their bigs right now. Bro, Jackson Hayes played like 4 minutes. They're getting run off the floor because the Minnesota Timberwolves have better athletes. The Lakers' defense is trash. Their game plans are trash. They're falling apart on them. I may have to hop on sometimes when you share the stream. Right, I'm in a position where I can text, but next time, oh, absolutely. That'll be a pleasure to have you, Micah. Absolutely. Might have gotten by off the strength of our assistant coaches since they're actually, yeah. Dude, Scotty Brooks was in the NBA Finals in 2012. People forget that dude coached the Oklahoma City Thunder to the NBA Finals. You know? And Nate McMillan, if I remember correctly, wasn't he the coach of the Portland Trailblazers when they got to the Western Conference Finals? And lost. I think they lost to the Warriors, right? Back in what was that? 18, 19? I don't know. You guys can maybe double check that for me. I'm not sure. Yeah. I think those guys are really important to JJ being ready for games, but then JJ has to make decisions during the games, and his decision was to go with LeBron for 46 minutes. 40-year-old LeBron James. 46 minutes. Really? Really? 46? That was the move? I find it hard to believe. I really do. That they thought that was going to be a winning formula. But Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. This shit is crazy. LeBron probably hassled JJ to play. You know, Spurs and I was talking about this on my live stream last night. JJ's probably a good coach for Rui Hachimura. He's a good coach for Gabe Vincent. He's a good coach for Jared Vanderbilt. He's a good coach for Jackson Hayes. He's a good coach for everybody on that team, Dorian Finney-Smith, except Luka and LeBron. Those guys don't get coached. Those guys don't get coached on a night-to-night basis, on a quarter-to-quarter basis. You just don't see that. Like, they're above coaching. They're too big, right? Mind the Game podcast, too big. I think that's the problem. He's trying to coach 10 of the 12 players, but he can't coach the 2 most important players. I mean, I don't know. I look at the ascension and the emergence of, Austin Reeves. Who's responsible for that? I'm going to give Austin Reeves the credit, obviously. Was JJ a big part of that? I don't know. Mind the Game podcast. Anyways, I think the blame is pretty established here. It falls on JJ Reddick. Mr. Mind the Game podcast choked away this game with his bad calls, bad decisions, going away from what was working, playing LeBron for 46 minutes, Luka gassing out at the end of games, them deciding they were going to play hero ball, ISO ball, and try to win the game that way, instead of going with what was working, which was moving the ball and getting points from across the entire roster. Absolutely. I think this is on JJ. LeBron made enough defensive plays to keep his team close. He was obviously gassed out. 46 minutes. You are not going to win that way. JJ, you suck. Darvin Ham, much better than JJ Reddick. I think Darvin Ham wins this series. Just saying. Anyways, thanks for being here, guys. Please do like and share the stream. Micah, appreciate you. Spurs and I appreciate you for being here. Razor, shout out to you as well. Doctor, appreciate you. Thanks for coming by tonight. Just wanted to talk the end of this game. It was a good time. I don't want to hear no LeBron, Luka, Reeves, or any player. You're gonna go with JJ? Fine, so be it. I'm good with it. It's on JJ, absolutely. Um, just awful coaching, just garbage, trash. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one.